and foremost challenge for the beginner is that how to remember vocabulary words, where to use grammar, what kind of sentence I would make. So, can you narrate about this situation from your own experience that how to come
Yeah,
overcome these
yeah,
situations?
yeah, definitely, sir. Sir, actually, first of all, if I am talking about grammar, I always say that if English is a body, so grammar is the soul of the body. We can't separate it. But the
Right.
first thing is, but the main thing is that the person who is at a starting level, they should not focus on grammar too much. If we are focusing on grammar too much, so automatically we are thinking about mistakes. Though mistakes are proof that we are trying to get something. That's why we are making mistakes. Okay, if we are not doing something, it means we are not going to make any mistakes. First of all,
Of
just
course.
love your mistakes and think that you have to not focus on grammar in starting. First of all, you should focus on your fluency. As you get fluency, so your confidence will build up, and as your confidence boost up, so automatically you will speak good English. Need to just open your mouth and speak as much as you can in the starting. Don't worry about English grammar, because
Uh,
when you will learn in this manner, so passively and automatically you will get that accuracy also. So gradually, by all means, you can learn grammar as well, but in
right.
starting it should not be focused.
Great, great. I also think so. Because at the beginning, if you want to, think about those vocabulary words we need to think. Without vocabulary, we cannot speak English. But
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
once
definitely.
that grammar rule will start kind of playing in your mind, background in your mind, then it hinders your fluency. It stops you to be fluent. And if you are
Yes.
not fluent, then this is the problem. So first get fluent. Even you do not need to speak correct English at the beginning. Later on, your mind will process all the mistakes and it will kind of correct. It will go in autocorrect mode. Right now, if I'm making any mistake, I'm well aware about it. Yes, I made a mistake. Yeah,
Yes,
because
yes, it
my
is.
yeah, it is process and my brain is processing everything. I know in future hardly I would make mistakes. Right now I sometimes make mistakes, so it's
Suppose
a
if
kind of
I am saying, yes,
yeah,
suppose
please
if
go
I
ahead.
am saying he do, so how many times I will say he do? I know that it is a he does.
He
It's not
does,
he
yes.
do. So, but if we keep on thinking it in between the conversation, and that time I will not be able to speak. Whether means first of all, we should think that whatever message you want to give to your opposite person, are you able to convey? If you are able to
Right.
convey, so that time you can say that your conversation is perfect. Means your conversation is at good track. But if you are thinking about mistakes and you are not able to deliver your message to others, so there is no use of that conversation.
Right. Yes. Yeah. Because I have seen so many people, they have tons of vocabulary words, idioms in their mind, but when it comes to speak English, they cannot speak. Because they want to be perfect at once. They want to speak the perfect sentence at the beginning, which is not possible because they think that they have lots of grammars in their mind, vocabulary words, so they should speak perfect English at once. But it is not possible. It is practically not possible. And I have a friend who is very close to me, and I have seen him doing same thing. Right? He is very good
Hmm.
at grammar, vocabulary words. He knows everything, almost like not everything. I mean, he has a very good English. But as far as a spoken is concerned, he cannot speak right English. The problem,
Yeah.
and I have seen his mentality that he is trying to speak perfect English at once, at the beginning, at the starting of his journey, which is not possible.
Yes, actually, when it comes to vocab, I always take one vocab per day, not more than one. Because if we are just making three, four, five all together, so I am just making it hodgepodge. That time my mind is not going to take all these vocab all together. So if I am taking one vocab and making as much sentence as I can and using the same vocab in my writing and in my conversation, so that time I can register that in my mind. So this is the
Got
thing.
it.
I mostly just write down the particular vocab that I am learning on the sticky note and paste it in my kitchen in front of my eyes so that I can repeat and make as much sentence as I can. Yeah.
Oh, I can see you are using the same method that I used to do. Like, I think, yeah,
Okay.
most of people use it. Like, I had a whiteboard in my room, so I used to write so many vocabulary words on my whiteboard, and I would just look at it again and again during the day. And that's
Yeah.
how I did not need to mug up it. I just used to look at it again and again, and it would go into my subconscious mind after some days or some time.
Actually, at
I
home and kitchen is my domain, so I just paste in my kitchen only.
I understand. Yeah, you
Yeah.
need to work on a kitchen more often. Yeah, I
Yeah.
understand. Great method. Uh,
Thank you,
oh,
sir.
one thing. Yeah, thank you very much, ma'am. I want to know about you. What is the role of listening in your spoken English?
Listening has great role. It plays always a crucial role in our learning because sometimes we do active listening, sometimes we do passive listening. As we are doing passive listening, so that is very important because when we are doing any work, if we are busy in doing household chores also, so that time we can go with passive listening. But we should also pay attention towards active listening also. If we are paying attention active listening only for 20 minutes or 15 minutes, that will works for you. And for me, listening doesn't mean that you are listening one thing only once. You need to listen particular content at least multiple time, thrice or fourth, fifth time,
Hmm.
so that whatever content, what happens first time when we listen only for our amusement or for my listening purpose only. But when
Hmm.
second time, third time we listen, that is for our comprehension, and that is must. And
Yeah.
another thing is that it should be of our own choice in which we are
Yes.
interested in. That
Interested
time
in.
only
Yeah.
we will take interest in listening. Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, you pointed out one paramount importance that is repetitive listening. Like you cannot learn everything in one time. I also do
Yes.
the same thing. I listen to same podcast or kind of whatever content I am interested in multiple times. So at first time I can just pass out everything, like just a few words come, few words, not
Yes.
right now I'm able to understand English, so I understand everything, but it doesn't kind of go in my mind for first time.
Yes.
So I listen it repeatedly, so I can point out my own mistakes where I'm making mistakes, which word is kind of difficult for me to pronounce. So all these things comes our listening again and again. So I would recommend everybody to listen the same thing or same podcast or same video at least for 2 3 times, thrice, at least thrice. So at third time you will feel a very good connection with the same video and language. Now you would grab
Yes.
everything. Yes, as you know, my name is Anand Raj. I'm a YouTuber and educator. I on an institute read and achieve classes. I'm a teacher over there as well. So I have I have done my MSc in chemistry. Apart from that, I have a couple of hobbies like I love to play cricket, I love to read books, and I love to travel. It is one of my favorite hobbies. Apart from that, sometimes I also spend time alone in nature. Yeah, nowadays I'm doing it again. Since long time I had left this habit. Let me tell you one thing I forgot to tell you, that I belongs to Darbhanga, Bihar. So that's my little introduction.
Wow. It's quite lovely to know about yourself. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I would like you to introduce yourself a little bit.
Yeah, sure. Why not? As you know, my name is Geeta Thakur. I reside in Uttarakhand, Kashipur. As far as my qualification is concerned, so I'm MA in English, qualified CTET 1 and 2 as well. And I am a teacher in a private school. My subjects are GK and maths. Though English is my favorite subject, so I'm just fulfilling my quest here. Yeah,
Mhm. Well, yeah, I
it's
can
all
see
about
it.
me.
Mm, great, great. So, I have questions like you are training students, like you are an English teacher at the school, right? So here,
I'm
this
math
Chan,
teacher in a school.
you are a math teacher.
Yeah, in school I
Oh,
am teaching maths, but here online and in tuition I delivering English classes as well. Yeah,
okay, I got it. I got it. Like, yeah, there are a few individuals who know how to teach all these subjects. So you are one
yeah,
of them, right? Like myself, I when I started my tutoring center, I used to teach English, mathematics, physics, chemistry, all these subjects to under 10th
mm,
students, right? So yes, I understand it. So you are a math teacher at the school, but it is a English related session, you already know. So we are going to
yeah,
talk about English, because lots of learners who are watching these videos, they are just they want to learn English, to be honest. Yeah, they are watching
yeah,
us to learn something from the video. So I would start from your English speaking journey. How did you learn to speak English? How did it started?
yeah. Actually, it was my new resolution that I have to get fluency in this language. So it was the time of January 2024, and
Mhm.
for the month January and February I just took a class. I just started my conversation with other co-learners when I got appreciation from everyone that you should also start your channel. So in the month of 2024 March only I started my channel, and since then I am practicing in English. And I would say that the goal which I have set for this year, I am just near to complete that. It is my
Wow.
perception.
Yeah,
Yeah,
now I can see you are a good English speaker. There is no doubt about it. So yes, I think you have fulfilled your goal. Mm.
yeah.
Okay,
Because
just within a
I was
year, you are so fluent. I
thank you
want to
so
know
much, sir.
about the yeah. The, I want to know about your background. Like, how did you start to speak English? Like, sometimes people say like we can achieve fluency just within a year. It can happen, but
Mhm.
I want to know before 2024, what were you able to do in English?
Yeah, actually, as I am happy in English, but I was observing that I was doing everything. Like I was listening, reading,
Hmm.
writing. But I was not getting that fluency or that excellency in this language which I need to get. So I thought that I should start working on my speaking skill also. So I just started enhancing my speaking, and for that I started taking videos with co-learners and started my channel and started keeping speaking every day. So in this way I am just fluent, and not only for speaking. I just work upon my each and every skill, like listening, reading, writing together. I am fond of writing as well. At night before going to bed, I just hit my books and writing diary as well. Yeah,
Wow,
it's my
great,
habit.
awesome. Mhm.
Yeah,
I can
and
see you are
it
very
goes
passionate
steady.
person.
Yeah, thank you so much, sir. And if I am talking about reading, so I am not so into reading, but for the sake of reading skill, I just read short stories books. Sometimes I go with the textbooks of small kids, and sometimes for particular short stories. But I do that only for the purpose of my reading, because out of one story, first of all, it takes hardly 5 to 10 minutes to complete. And apart from one story, we can get some idioms, one or two idioms and vocabs, and sometimes sentence structure as well. We come to know. So automatically, when we are not focusing on grammar, we are able to understand the that complex rules of grammar also passively. So that is why I love reading as well.
Wow, great. So altogether you are doing work on your English, like you are focusing on each and every part. How do you how do you get time? How do you manage all these things? Can you like summarize so viewer can also inculcate these habit in their
Yes.
life? Yeah.
Actually, this question is very common to me because mostly viewers who just came across with me for conversation, they ask this question. It is all
Hmm.
about time management. First of all, I am not a late riser. I am an early bird. I get up early in the morning
Okay.
at 4 o'clock. So
Hmm.
that time, as I get up early, so I'm able to complete my all household chores by time. Then I get
Hmm.
ready for school, deliver my classes there, and when I just return from school, so after that I make one video on daily basis for my practice. Yeah.
Wow. Great. So
Yes.
yeah, that's a like difficult task. Even I want to do a video every day, but I cannot do. But you are doing, yeah. And right now we have a handset, a mobile phone in our hand, so it is a very
Yeah.
big kind of weapon that we can use to learn English. We can record ourselves, and we can also kind of mirror our own mistakes. What mistake we made in the video. So it is very helpful for us. Yeah, you are doing kind of I think lots of people are practicing, but you are practicing passionately. You know what you have to do, right? That's the beautiful
Yes,
thing about your
actually,
practice.
English is,
Yes,
we
ma'am.
can say that English is in my blood. When I was in childhood, in my childhood also, this language has always fascinated me. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
I just want to know if you want to encourage some person for learning English, so from where you will start.
Okay, you mean how shall I encourage someone, ma'am, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Well, I think I myself have motivated myself to learn English. So I know better how to learn English, how to speak English. Believe me, I'm coming from the background where I had no kind of access with English. I did everything on my own. So I think I can guide someone on this path. Like
Mm.
I remember the days when I was not able to speak a single sentence because my kind of nurturing we can say, or I brought up in Hindi medium school background, was my background was Hindi. So it is very difficult to pick up English when you become or grow older, and that's what happened with me. But in 2020 I jumped into this learning of journey of learning is spoken English, and so far I have traveled a long distance. So let me tell you something out of my own experience. One thing is persistence and a clear goal in your mind. So once you know what is your clear goal, what you want to achieve in English, or I think any part of life, it doesn't only kind of limit to English. Even if you want to achieve other goals in your life, then clear goal in your mind. Why do you want to speak in English? For me, I want to meet with so many people in my life. I want to communicate with the people all around the world. So I know English is very important for me.
Yeah.
So first thing that motivated me was my own dream, my own goal, that what I want to do with English. And once I got that dream or goal clear, that I started working on it and I came across the English. I remember at the beginning I had to face lots of difficulties, hindrances, people mocked at me, and it's the part of learning. So it happens with everyone, and it happened with me too. So that is the only thing I want to tell everybody. You should first sit down and think, why do you want to learn English? What is
Really,
purpose of
really.
learning English? What do you want to achieve with English? And once your goal is clear, you will have energy, passion, everything automatically comes within you and you would learn English.
Yeah, actually, sir, I can correlate with you that first of all, everyone should have their prominent why. That why they
Yes,
want to learn English. If you don't have your why, so you will get nothing because your
right.
why always motivate you to achieve towards your path. And
Of
another thing is
course.
that, as you were saying that you are from Hindi medium, so I can say that I am also selling in the same boat with you. I am also from Hindi medium. I live in a village. There was no atmosphere for of speaking, but yet I create my own atmosphere for my speaking. I sometimes I speak with my children, and sometimes I just start on this app. So in this way, we are just giving good practice to ourselves.
Yes, ma'am, I know practice is very important, and I have realized once you live practice for a couple of days, you will feel kind of rusty. So I have felt same thing in my own way. So one should always keep practicing, even if I live for 2 3 days. Yeah, I feel like I'm not as active as I was before in my mind, in terms of looking for the structure of the sentences, vocabulary words, and so many things. So practice makes one perfect, but I would say that regular practice makes one perfect. If you are not
That
doing the regular practice, yeah, you are not gonna become perfect.
yes, the people who say they practice means perfect. It is not only practice. The practice with some particular rules means if you are consistent, so that time only you can say that you are getting success. Consistency is the second name of success.
Right. Yes, it is.
Yeah,
In any sphere of life, it's not only
yeah.
about learning English. Even at a particular business or at life, if you look at the successful people, yes, they had one tendency, that they are persistent and they are regular at their own journey. Yeah.
Mm.
Difficult situation comes, lots of difficulties comes, adversities comes in their way, but they never give up. They always were optimistic. They used to think about positive way. Yeah, and that's why they became successful. So that's the on one mantra, that yes, be regular at practice. It's not like, yeah, once you get lots of energy and enthusiasm by looking at somebody, you want to learn English, just practice whole day night for 7 days or 8 days or for a month, and after that you are going to leave it. Then yes, after a few months again you will feel the at the same place, yes, same situation.
Yeah.
So one
Yes,
need to
I don't
practice
know
regular.
about. Yeah, I don't know about you, but when it comes to me, if I for any in any circumstances, I just leave it for 2 days or one day only. So that time I feel that I have to start from somewhere. Means I feel there is some flow is missing in my speaking. So that's
Yes.
why we need to be regular.